Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. I thought I'd do another brief overview video of something in Dynamics 365 FinOps that I haven't seen much on again, which is the production floor execution interface. So this is a new feature which came in 2 or 3 months back, and it basically provides your workers with a new visual experience for shop floor execution. Functionally, it's similar or the same, in fact, as the current job card device. But it's been redesigned and it's been optimized for touchscreens now. It also enables workers to work on multiple jobs simultaneously, and so you don't get stuck on one work order. And it basically just helps workers manage their manufacturing activities and workload, really. So there are a number of features which require to be enabled for this to work. So let me just get a snippet up on screen of what you need to enable. So production floor execution is the main feature which needs to be enabled. The others, I think most of them are actually optional. But if you want the full functionality, the full user experience, I'd suggest enabling all these. No harm in enabling them at all. There's also another one which isn't pictured here, which is linking to assets. So that feature allows you to add an additional asset management tab on our execution screen, and it kind of allows you to view the status or the health of the assets which are linked to a machine resource, which is also very useful. So as you can see, the overview screen in front of us, so we can see a percentage of today's jobs completed. We can see what's not started, stopped, in progress, and completed. We've also got a sanitize and configure screen. So the sanitize button, if you select that, obviously very useful. So it locks the screen completely and it allows you just to wipe the screen down. And we can set that to however long we want it to be locked for. So I've just set it to 10 seconds. Very useful, obviously during this COVID period, especially, but also because these kind of devices get very dirty in warehouse environments anyway. And then we've got configure as well. So if I have multiple configurations set up, I could choose which one I want to use, basically depending on my role or what I need to do. I've only got one configured, which is the supervisor view for production floor, which I can show you in D365, which is here. And I've configured what's called a design tab as well, which actually is kind of like the mobile device menu items. We can insert which actions we want to be able to use for this particular design tab or menu. And then we just assign that design tab to the configuration here. So yeah, I've just got the one. So let's cancel out of that and I'll log in. So this is my badge ID, which you can configure against your worker. So let's enter that. And we can see our overview screens listing all our available works orders. So let's take a look at what we can do with this basically. So let's select one of our works orders. It gives us an image of what we're assembling or creating, it gives us the times and dates, and it tells us which employees are currently working on the works order as well. And it gives us a state, like a percentage of how much has been completed. So on the left-hand side, these are linked to more of the job card worker type functionality, and on the right-hand side, it's actually linking to the jobs themselves. So let's go ahead and start one of these jobs that I've left unfinished. That's okay. Hit start. And you can see our job's now updated its status logo there to in progress. So let's report some scrap against this one. Let's say, okay, I've made one, but it needs to be scrapped. And it's definitely going to be an operator error if it's me doing this. Let's say okay. And you can see scrapped has been updated there. So and let's report progress on this as well. So I think there's one more left to finish. Let's type in 1. Updates our good quantity to 1. And what we want to do once we've finished this, we'll just change it to stopped or completed. Hit report progress, and that's updated the status of our works order. And it's also generated the last speaker as well that needs to be assembled. So that's reported as finished now, and that's also given us 100% of that works order. So during my working day, there are a number of things I can do as well. So if I need to go to a team meeting, for example, I can hit the activity button on the left-hand side, I can select team meetings, hit OK, and that's going to now put my worker record into an indirect activity, basically. So once I come back, I can stop this. The meeting's finished. And a similar kind of record updating and time monitoring for breaks as well. So you can say break from work or break from lunch in this case. Let's go grab some lunch. And then once I come back, I can stop the break or I can actually log off and leave. So yeah, there we have it basically. Overall, I guess having this visual representation on a tablet device can bring great value and help reduce work in progress monitoring, time wasting. It can improve throughput and decrease scrap and defection ratios. But it also allows you to register those things much more accurately and on the fly, so that it won't be forgotten about. And materials won't disappear basically into the abyss, like aka the bin, I suppose, without anybody knowing about it. So I hope you enjoyed this brief overview anyway. I may do a couple more videos over the coming weeks or months, depending on my workload, based upon some more interesting supply chain updates that don't get much coverage, I suppose. So take care, and I hope you all have a great weekend.